Hey everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at 15 John Deere garden tractors that my neighbor and I have collected. These three I own, and then the rest are over at his house that we'll go over and look in a little bit. This is my 73 110 with an 8-horse Kohler in it. We got it, it was in a million pieces and somebody gave up on it and just didn't have the time, so I bought it and we put it all back together, put new rings in it and a bunch of new parts, and it runs and dries really good. This is my 79 210 that my neighbor gave me. It had been sitting in somebody's yard for about 15 years and the fenders were all rusted out on it. That's a different set that I put on. And it runs really good and drives really good. It actually won first place in a garden tractor poll this summer, so I've been pretty pleased with it. And this is my 75 212. It was given to me by a friend that I actually met at that tractor show. And the engine's over at my neighbor's house right now. We're rebuilding it. But this is the 1,000th or so 212 ever off the assembly line because it's such an early year. It's overall in pretty good shape. It's pretty solid, but it's been sitting for a while and needs to be cleaned up. That deck goes to my 110 over there, and then these fenders are off the 212. And I've just got some more 212 parts over here. And then I've got the hood for it, which is really faded, but there's no big cracks or anything in it. So, alright, so we're going to go over and look at the rest of the collection. Alright, here's a couple of the other tractors. This is a 69 112 with a 10-horse Tecumseh in it, and over there's a 67 112 with a 10-horse Tecumseh in it also, and got a couple mower decks. I'm not sure about the round fender, but I know that the other one runs, but it's just kind of a project tractor. And then back here we got some parts and some more parts and a lot of mower decks. These hoods were just given to us, don't have any tractors for them. Lots and lots of round fender parts. Probably about, probably 10 mower decks in all. A couple sets of tires. We have a Brindley plow and a Brindley disc. These need tubes put in them. I think that deck is fine. Most of these are just for scrap. Got a couple 39s. 48 off of 316. Then back here, it usually doesn't look like this, but we needed some parts off this tractor. This is a 69 112 and a 65 110 round fender. Got the patio deck, which you'll see what that goes to in a little bit, and a 39. And this is a 47 off the 216. It's all these decks really are in good shape. I think we have about 4 or 5 good 39-inch decks. So I'll go get the garage open and we'll look inside. Alright, now we're in the garage and there's a few more in here. This is a 79 216, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. And it has a thrown rod and the engine's right here. The 16-horse Kohler. Still need to get it torn apart and get it rebuilt, but this tractor is really in amazing shape. It has a rear lift and a helper spring on it, so it'll make a nice worker, and it steers really easy with no engine. But everything's in really good shape on it. The seat is just perfect, but hopefully that rebuild will go good. I haven't been able to find any holes in the block yet, but you never know. And here's the 73 112 electric lift with a plow and some wheel weights on the back. Got this one for $100 and just took a little bit of cleaning, and it runs great and plows great. And this is the 69 112 spruce blue patio with the Kohler 10-horse and hydraulic lift, and it had headlights, but the panel's not in very good shape. It's really in rough shape. It's got 2 different tires on it. One rim's bigger than the other, so one's turned out, one's turned in. You can see it used to have the tail lights on it. The seat really is not awful considering, but yeah, this one's definitely a project. And then we got the other 73 electric lift, which actually runs and the electric PTO works and everything. Just have to get the carburetor rebuilt and put back on it. This one's probably going to get sold. This is that 12 horse engine out of our 212 over there. I was doing some welding, so I had to cover it up. But everything's really nice inside. The piston was just shot on it. Luckily, it didn't break the connecting rod. But I think this is actually the piston out of it. Yeah, it's all concaved on the side, so probably just going to order a new piston. I got a bunch of rebuild parts for it. But that pretty much does it for this garage, so we'll move over to the other shed and look at the big part of the collection. Alright, here's the other shed. It's got a few empty spaces right now because some tractors are down at the other property right now. But got the 73 110, which burns oil, and it's been a pretty good tractor. We got it in awful shape and tried to fix it up. It runs and drives really good, but it does burn oil. The deck's completely rebuilt, just needs repainted. This is actually the first square fender that we bought. My neighbor had this 318 and a 317, and we went and bought this one, and that led to buying that round fender and then buying that, and well, you know where it goes from there. But this one's been a pretty good tractor. Did a bunch of repair work on the hood. It just needs to be painted. That's the 68 112. It's been restored. It's a really nice tractor. Runs and drives really good. It's got a rear lift system on it. This is the 84 318, I believe. We just put the snowblower on it, and it's got wheel weights on it all year round. It runs really good. It's in good shape. Engine's been fully rebuilt about 200 hours ago. And this is the 73 John Deere 140 H1. They paid $50 for. Best $50 ever spent. All I did was just clean it up, put air in the tires, and just been using it and driving it ever since. Really need to find some implements for it though. It came with a 41-inch deck, but I've already got plenty of mowers to mow with. And this is the 65 John Deere 110 round fender. It's put away for the winter, but it runs and drives really good. The hood's a little tweaked on it because it was in a parade, and the person who was driving it rear-ended somebody and kind of bent those supports back. So in the spring, when we get it out, it will get fixed, because I don't like having it like that. And there's an empty space because I sold my other 65 round fender that was here. It was the exact same as that, except it didn't look quite as good, but it ran really good. And there's actually two other tractors that I can't show you because they're a little ways away. One's a 72 John Deere 112 with a 12 horse Kohler, and it has electric lift and electric PTO and a snowblower and headlights and tail lights on it. And then we have a 78 John Deere 316. It's somewhere around there. It's the single horse Kohler model. They only made 1 year. And so yeah, that's the entire collection of John Deere garden tractors. It's when you get this many, it's unbelievably hard to keep gas and batteries in all of them, but we manage, and they all seem to run pretty good. I'm pretty sure this one still has, yeah, this one's still got the battery in it. I'm not going to start it right now because we're inside, but alright, so if anybody has any questions, just please leave a comment, and thanks for watching.